He's a magical pony flying through the sky on a magical...
Shoot it down.
Hello everybody, this is Blade Cross EXE. Welcome back to Fate Grand Order's boss battles for the Camelot story event. This is the final chapter. Us versus the Lion King, round 2. Last episode, Mash unleashed her noble phantasm, and it turned into what she calls Lord Camelot instead of Lord Chaldeus. Gonna take Camelot with me this time. Like, I'm still sure I'm pronouncing that name wrong, but I don't know how to actually pronounce it. And all my sabers. And let's do this. The only loose end thus far is Sir Agravain. Where's he at? So that's what's going on. The artillery in that singularity turned into someone quite concerning. The Wild Hunt. One of the local folklores, the King of the Storm and the King of the Dead, lead them to manifest in this world. Of course, that's merely one of the stories attributed to her later on. There are other people fit to be the Wild Hunt. However, that Arturia is different. She really became the Wild Hunt. To be precise, that's not the real King Arthur. She's the King Arthur that mutated due to a certain discrepancy. In other words, she's a fake King Arthur who should have never appeared. However, she manifested due to the influence of the singularity. Ah, so she's kind of like Jalter. Or perhaps that is the real King Arthur, and one of our memories of her is fake. The king who stayed behind on this earth to lead the dead, or the once and future king who was transported to Avalon. Of course, I know the one who went to Avalon, but the King Arthur you know is the one who stayed behind on this earth. However, I couldn't find what I was looking for. I never found what I was looking for. In the end, I ended up a living corpse washed up to this place. Precisely. You are truly fortunate. No, perhaps unfortunate. There is a rumor among the fairies of a human-shaped rock at the edge of Avalon. It appeared out of nowhere, and no one knows where it came from. It seemed to be human, and scarily enough, it was still alive. It was alive, yet it couldn't move. The body was beat up and the soul exhausted. Truly a living corpse. But surprisingly, its mind was still intact. That rock had tremendous tenacity. It wouldn't allow itself to die. I am sure you understand by now, that rock was you, Lucius. You showed up here due to the effects of the singularity, a possibility that came from another terminal world. Lucius. No, my dear friend Sir Bedivere. Good morning and good day. I'm sorry to do this to you right after you woke up, but there's no time to spare. I'm going to request something cruel from you, as always. Can you still fight? Can you still complete your mission? Of course. I've done everything I have up till now for that purpose. I see. I see. Then I shall give you this parting gift. First, I shall cast a spell upon you to deceive others into not knowing your true identity. Even a heroic spirit won't be able to discover your true self. Why? Because if they knew who you were, they would try their hardest to stop you. They're not stupid. Well, I suppose Mordred is. If they know the truth about you, they'll awake to the truth about the Lion King, too. They will definitely not let you get close to the Lion King, and the Lion King doesn't remember you any longer, I imagine. So you must get an audience with the Lion King and complete your task before you are denied. It's a very, very lonely journey, but you're used to that, right? You continue your journey long enough to make one lose their sanity. But let's be perfectly clear, okay? Regardless of the result of the upcoming battle, you will die. Your soul exhausted, ousted from the cycle of reincarnation, your existence will fall into the void. Even then, do you still strive for the end of your journey? Yes. My mind, my will, they remain loyal to the king and his glory. I see. Then, this is an additional parting gift for you. I made it so that you can fight. I've changed its name to Arglatam. You will exhaust your soul as its fuel each time you use it, but try to endure it. The place you will travel to is hypothetical, a place standing at the edge of the world where chivalry is striving to be perfected. You shall fight your former allies. You shall face the sins you've committed. Even so, the light in that hand shall never dwindle. Why, you ask? Because it itself is the greatest sin you've ever committed. That which heals all wounds and grudges, our glorious homeland. Manifest yourself. Lord Camelot! Interesting. Let's see how long those slender arms of yours can support the white walls of Camelot. You can do it, Mash! You shouldn't, Gabriel. A normal person couldn't take it. I understand how you feel, but please wait here. Sir Bedivere, why are you calmly walking towards Mash? Wait, hold on, hold up! That body of yours! Relax yourself, Sir Crylite. As long as that resolve in your heart is true, that shield shall never falter. Bedivere. Oh, right. Like this? That's right. You're a quick learner. Listen and listen well. The white walls of Camelot answer to their wielders' hearts. Doubts and impurities will cause cracks, and the walls will be crushed by the wave. However, if you do not have a shred of hesitation in your heart, the main gate shall never fall. You are not a knight that desires to defeat the enemy. You were chosen by the Round Table to show the good in that heart of yours. Who are you? You seem like you're a knight too. You have to know him. He's Sir Bedivere, one of the Knights of the Round Table. What are you saying? I don't know any knight by that name. Of course, but you should remember, as long as you see this. Switch on! Arglatam! It is time for you to tear the light of judgment to pieces. I know that light. I know that light. Just, who are you? Why do I... Gabriel, I was able to come this far thanks to you. I thank you for all your kindness, and I would like to offer an apology. I have been hiding something from you. I know why the Lion King has changed, and I have known and not said anything. Please forgive me for that. Bedivere. It can't be. What's going on? Why has this been malfunctioning this whole time? Gabriel, is this Sir Bedivere there real? The observation results are off. There are no spirit origin signatures at all. The magic circuits are on the level of a human's. He's just a regular human. He's not a servant at all. He's a human like you. But why? No, Doctor. Your analysis is correct. I'm not a servant. I fooled everyone with magecraft. Arglatam here is the same. This is... Excalibur. That right arm is the sacred sword Excalibur. Excalibur. Bedivere. I remember that name. He has Excalibur because he's the one who put it back in the lake. It cannot be you. Yes, I have committed a sin. A completely foolish sin, born because I didn't want to lose the king. I hesitated to carry out your order in the forest. You would have truly died if the sacred sword was returned to the lake. I was afraid of that, and could not return the sword even after a third try. When I returned to the forest, the king was gone. I realized after that. By not returning the sword, the king was unable to die. The king kept the sacred lance and became the king of the dead that wanders the earth. In order to make up for that sin, I looked for you, this whole time, trying to find an invisible shadow. Impossible! That's like 1,500 years! Are you saying you've been looking for King Arthur for 1,500 years? A human can't live that long. Sure, Excalibur stops its owner from aging, but that's just the body. The mind can't last forever. You were alone this whole time, continuing your journey of atonement? Nothing that tragic could actually happen. That's just way too cruel. Thank you, Dr. Roman. However, it was not that tough. Plus, I was given a last chance, thanks to Gabriel. That night of the Holy Selection. If you weren't there, I wouldn't have been able to make it this far. I can't remember. I know the name Bedivere, but I have no memories of you. Are you really Sir Bedivere? Very well. In that case, return to me. Throw away that sword. I do not require it. If you really are my knight, obey my words. Return to the Round Table, Bedivere. No, I cannot do that, Lion King, Avatar of the Sacred Lance. I am an enemy you must strike down. You must take your revenge against me. And I have the duty to stop you. I tell you this as one of the Knights of the Round Table, serving under the King of Knights. I am Bedivere, a Knight of the Round Table, someone that is righteous, and I must strike you down as you are evil. No. What are you saying, Bedivere? You are mine. You were mine. Now, Gabriel, give me your final orders, please. Please, give me a fourth chance. The sacred sword is to be given to the right person by someone whose heart is good. I no longer have that right. Bedivere, let's do this! I am glad. Mash, please accompany me. Please help my weak self. Yes, I'll do anything to help you, Sir Bedivere. Our enemy is the Lion King, goddess Rhongomyniad. Let's start the final battle of this holy city, Master. Well, that's a plot twist if I ever saw one. I couldn't have guessed that just because I don't really know the name of, like, Argletom, I think it's how it's pronounced. I don't know the name of where that originated from, and so Bedivere kept Excalibur, and Merlin modified it to become a new arm for him. Man. I brought Skatha along for two reasons. The first one is because she has the anti-divine ability, and the second, well, you'll see it later. Or, I guess by the time we're actually getting to this point, you have seen it earlier. That did a nice chunk of damage, despite her not being weak to it. Heck, that did more damage than Excalibur. Let's go, Saber. Remind this false king who her true self is. Oh boy. Here comes the epic deadly joust. Yeah, I still wish that Lancer Arturia's third ascension was that outfit. Hey, Waver survived! Good job, little Waver. Didn't expect you to hang in there that long. Alright, now you gotta deal with Saber Alter. What you going to do? Yep, there goes Waver. But I almost have enough for more Noble Phantasms. So go ahead and do that. Just trying to raise Noble Phantasm gauge right now. Then next couple turns, I'll unleash them. Okay. I know I can get 2 off here at least. Not gonna risk getting smacked with that Holy Spear and losing Saber, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And then I'll have Mordred bring up the rear. This is one heck of a battle right here. Like, just the setup. We have 3 different carnations of the same servant in the room together, along with their son. We have Good Saber, Evil Saber, and Corrupted Goddess Arturia, and then Mordred. Alright, Saber Alter, do your thing. So, if we survive this next attack, next turn we'll finish it. Now, Mordred's still here. And now she's not. But Arthur, look who you have to fight at the end of all things. Alright, Lancelot. You wanted to kill Arthur. There Arthur is. Go get her. Shouts Arthur as he strikes her down. Lancelot's the last one standing. But what happened to the Lancelot of the Singularity and Sir Agravain? The king wandered without ever recovering her sword and became a heroic spirit of heaven. Thus, the Arturia who kept using the sacred lance will never come here to Avalon. Unlike you, who came here to return the sacred sword. There's just one way to release her. This time, give her back the sacred sword. But you understand, right? The reason you've been able to continue your journey this far is because of that sword. Giving it back means everything will end. Your long journey, all that you suffered, will end without ever being repaid. For a human who depends on their physical body, the longer they live, the greater the fear of death. It's been 1,500 years. The weight of the fear you feel towards death must be unimaginable, even for me. The pain of eternal life is tough. That's all it is. Anyone can endure it if they try. But the weight of what you're about to do is a fear that none can bear to look upon. Even so, will you go? Will you right that mistake from days gone by? All you wanted was for the king to live. Sir Bedivere, will you do this when you yourself have done nothing wrong? Yes, that is the only way I can serve my king. I'm being pushed back by mere heroic spirits. No, you're not even a heroic spirit. You're a mere human, and you are a match for me, even as your limbs turn to dust and crumble away? Who are you? Why are you so... It's because I still remember your smile on that day, King Arthur. Wait, don't use that. If you do, you'll... On behalf of the King of the Knights of the Round Table, thank you. We made you carry the burden of that dark era all by yourself. You alone weren't part of the Round Table's joy. Brave King of Knights, you are the one who saved Britain. You are my shining star, my king, my liege. Now, no. This time, I return the sword to you. Shank. Did he just like impale her with his hand? I see. I finally remember. The forest, the hill, the face of the crying knight who watched over me to the end. Did you wander all these years out of regret for what happened? Well done. You are my last and most loyal knight. The sacred sword has been returned. Be proud, Bedivere. You have truly fulfilled the order of your king. Sir Bedivere has vanished. The sacred sword has been returned. I can see the singularity collapsing from here. The gravity fluctuation trying to swallow the area are gone. The loss of the sacred lance is causing the holy city to disappear as well. The disturbance in that era is completely gone. Oh, you want to fight some more? You got your sword back, so that sacred lance binds you no longer. Blinds you, I mean. Even if you still have the strength, you have no reason to fight us, do you? I have no reason to let those who oppose the king return alive, and I have the sacred sword. I will not let you go to say you have defeated me when I have yet to use it. When I have yet to use it. You still gonna fight, Lion King? That's right. If you challenge me, I must give you my all, even if you are the restorers of humanity. My pride as king insists, but it seems I won't get the chance. Hey, Romani, I'm disappearing. What's going on here? Me too, and Senpai. That's right, the Grail. Gabriel already recovered the Holy Grail. The sacred lance that disturbed the foundation of humanity is gone, so the restoration is speeding up. Since the Holy City itself is impossible in that era, the restorative powers is many times faster than usual. Anything that wasn't originally part of this era is being forced back to where it belongs. But that doesn't mean you'll disappear. Da Vinci, Mash, Gabriel, you'll all just be sent back to Chaldea, so don't worry. There goes our chance for a third battle. A shame. I feel like you're running away with your victory. The Lion King. No, King Arthur's going back to her throne. Isn't she going to leave? She's not a heroic spirit. She wasn't summoned into this era. She's a divinity that made it here on her own power. When the sacred lance vanished, that was the end. The Lion King ends here. Even if you meet another King Arthur who's wielding a sacred lance, it will not be the same person. The Lion King and her sacred lance will end along with this holy city. No, but then what Bedivere did was... It didn't go to waste. Just as he hoped, I was released. And the mistake that was my existence had a purpose as well. There was a truth that I could only learn after I became the King of Storms. A truth that only the Lion King could know? Yes. I acquired the same perspective as the King of Mages. I understood his ideal and his purpose. The King of Mages, Solomon, the temple where he resides in is outside the proper flow of time. Only the seventh Grail can show you his location. It is the only one he sent into the past himself. In other words, the seventh singularity lies further in the past than King Solomon? I thought that before his death, Solomon was able to tell which era would be important to the foundation of humanity. And so he left the Grails behind so that they would eventually manifest in those eras. Your speculation is correct. 6 Grails, 6 messengers, speaking the names of the demon gods. Perhaps they were mages, let loose upon the world as the King of Mages' descendants until the hour of their awakening. They lived on from the era of the King of Mages, and they stayed a part of human history until the year 2018. But the 7th Grail alone was sent into the past by the King of Mages himself. And that was the first step towards the incineration of humanity, a move that shatters the very foundation of human history. Remember what he said? If you reach the 7th Grail, he might consider you a threat. He wasn't talking about simply acquiring the Grail. The 7th Grail is what makes the King of Mages absolutely confident. As long as it's not restored, human history will be incinerated. I can go over everything again. If I know that much, I can observe the 7th singularity. Thank you, Lion King. Next time we meet, let me give you a thank you kiss. If we ever do meet again, yeah. She laughed? Even I laugh when I find something amusing. Perhaps not in the past, but as you can see, I have grown now. Master of Chaldea, I will not apologize for this battle. I still think what I did was right. What it takes to protect humanity is different from what an individual requires. That's why you must follow the path that you feel is best. You have reached the point where you can see the King of Mages' temple. At the last Grail, the last singularity, lies an evil you can't even imagine. The great demon who perhaps surpasses the King of Mages himself, the original sin of mankind. Gather the stars which would not dwindle in the face of darkness, the evils of humanity. Heroic spirits you deem worthy of your trust, comrades who you have fully bonded with. Force returns beginning. Everyone, concentrate on your own form. Focus on getting back to Chaldea more than anything. Farewell. I will vanish along with my ideals. But there was something that was saved. Sir Bedivere. There was meaning in your mistake. There was meaning in the Lion King. For me, that's... What about Lancelot and Agravain? They're just gonna disappear too? We're not gonna see what happened with them? That's bull. The Enforcement Knights are disappearing. What's going on? All the Holy City soldiers have stopped fighting. A moment ago, everybody was being drawn towards the castle, and it was scaring me bad, but that's gone. This is... I don't want to get too optimistic, but did they beat the Lion King? Yeah, it seems so. We can assume they fixed the distortion in this land. Tawara! Wait, you aren't looking so good. I can see through your legs. Indeed you can. It can't be helped. I'm a stray heroic spirit with no master. Without the Grail, and with humanity restored, I can't stay in this era. If I met a proper master on this journey, I probably would have vanished with them, but... what a shame. This time, I have my mentor with me. I must wait for another miracle to bring me to a master. Farewell, Holy Land. Farewell, Sanzang. Gabriel, this battle is yours. Oh, wait. Leave it. At least leave the rice. Sorry, can't do that. If you take the Tawara, my rice barrel, then what do I have left? It's just my first name. Oh yeah? Get lost then, you stingy jerk. You helped us out a lot, but the rice you gave us made me the happiest. Well, you're in the desert. I suppose food will be one of the best things you can have. Ah, that's what became of Sir Tristan right there. Corrupted into that shade. It looks like a ring wraith from Lord of the Rings. Am I alive? But not for long. I can't move my arms or legs. That must be Shaitan incarnated. Seems like a useless beast that simply eats. But in this state, I can't do anything. I'm sorry, Salia. I'm leaving Grush behind. And I'm... King Hassan. Oh, great founder. That's right. I promised you my head after this was done. I'm so embarrassed. It takes all my strength just to kneel. But forgive me. Please, take my head. Wait! What? Why did you spare my life? Thou must be jesting. Hassan of the cursed arm's head hath fallen. The arm of this corpse is the cursed arm, and thus it is the old man of the cursed arm. What? Thou art no longer the old man of the cursed arm. Thus, there is no reason for thou to die by my blade. In our world, one is only discharged by death, and now I am surprised to see one who has ended his mission and survived. Be proud. Thou mayest be a failed assassin, but of all 19 of us, thou art the only one to escape the yoke of the old man. What? How could I? What is this you're telling me to do? To stay in this era and help restore the people of the mountain? I've done many tasks in my life, but I can imagine no greater job worth doing. I, Hanam, will dedicate my life to it. And when it's done, I must repay my debt. Gabriel of Chaldea, I hope the fate brings us together. But I'm not experienced, as you can see. I worry I won't be able to help you out too much. Well, you did help out a great deal during the Fate Excel Zero Order event. Senpai's awake too. We all made it back. I'm outside the coffin? Yes, as you can see, we're all fine. We just confirmed the foundation of humanity was restored too. The 6th Grand Order has been completed. Good work, Master. Yeah, great job. This time it was especially tough. Yeah, Sir Gawain, right? And sorry, we can't give you much to thank you for what you did. As always, what happened in the Singularity was undone when we fixed the problem. It won't remain in people's memories or human history. You won't even get the glory after all you did. It's tough. I realize now going by going myself. It doesn't bother me. I didn't think you'd try to make me feel better. I guess you've one-upped me there. Yes, because both Senpai and I now know. Even if the world disappeared, a distorted era that no one will remember. People cried, people were hurt, but even so, the laughter, the joy, and all the good food we ate, to us, it's all real. All the joy they gave us will never disappear. That's right. Yes, you're right. When you spend all your time observing, you end up focusing too much on records. Even if there's no recording of it, what happened, happened. Even if it's not something tangible. It wasn't a waste, and I'm sure it wasn't. That's part of what makes up the universe. Yeah, creating something that can't be left behind in a record is the greatest and strangest ability of humanity. Doctor, is the Grail secured? Yeah, I just locked it away carefully. Now the sixth singularity is safe. Once again, good work, Gabriel. Now there's only one Grail left. And with the Lion King's information, I'll be able to calculate the location of the seventh Grail. Where is it, Doctor? The Lion King said it was before the time of the King Solomon. In other words, it's located before 1011 BC. We observed a singularity in 2600 BC in the ancient world of Mesopotamia. At last, we're visiting ancient Uruk. We get to encounter Gilgamesh. Yeah, I love that, but race shifts into the BC era have a very low success rate. Even with the entire control room staff working on it, it's going to take a long time to prove that we can do a race shift that far into the past. Hurry too much and we'll screw it up. For now, I want you to wait on standby. Just consider a badly needed rest. This time was particularly tough after all. Both you, Gabriel, and of course Mash need to take a break. Roman's being insistent. Yep. So, get back to your room and wash that dirt off from your travels. But stay sharp. The year 2600 BC is right in the middle of what we call the Age of the Gods. Whatever's waiting there in the seventh singularity will be far worse than what came before. It's a world where gods, devils, and the world of the dead were part of everyday life. And there's something there that even King Solomon couldn't see. A terrible monster awaits at the seventh singularity, a great power that would deny humanity the right to exist. Defeating it is your job, and ours. It's Chaldea's final mission. Please, get some rest until then. Do you ever have good news? Oh, I do have one of the big good news. A new name just showed up on the list of summonable heroic spirits. He never had any accomplishments to become a heroic spirit, but after what happened, maybe humanity recognized him. Or maybe it was something set up by the Lion King. Either way, you'll see him soon. Don't get too surprised, okay? His name is... yeah, Bedivere, of course. You sound happy, Mash. Yes, of course I am. There's another senpai I can trust now. He probably doesn't remember what happened at the Holy City. No, he probably never experienced it. But still, I'm happy. I'm happy it's proven he was right. I'm happy it's been proven that his journey wasn't meaningless. Are you gonna be okay with this, Mash? You mean my journey with you? Are you asking if it's going to hurt if I keep going? Yes, it's always a cruel journey, and I'm always scared when I fight, but there's so much sadness. But this is what I want to do. Journeying with you is my greatest pleasure. What Drake said before, and what Sanzang said on that night. I've had lots of other encounters and experiences, and became someone who I could be proud of. I'm a demi-servant, and I'm nowhere near Galahad yet, but even so, this journey is fun. That's what I wanted, and that's what I want to do. What do you want to do? Yes, it looks like that hasn't changed since the start. I became a demi-servant because I wanted to help you, senpai. Lion King, are you alright? The rebels will be here soon. I know that you will never lose to them, but please, be careful. You have a tendency to respect the ideals of your opponent. Sir Agravain, you should not be worried. Should you not be more worried about yourself? Your limbs are broken, your chest is torn open, and you've lost an eye. You must have fought quite the foe. Indeed, there's a man of incredible power, but this time, my obsessiveness won the day. Forgive me for not being able to offer you proof. Even if he is dead, I cannot show you his head. I see. Sir Agravain, come closer. I permit you to approach the throne. With your wounds, it will not save you, but give me your hand. It will help ease the pain a little. No, I'm not worthy. I still have 5 jobs to do. Defeat the rebels. Defeat the intruders. Restore the holy city. Guide the citizens who underwent the holy selections. And lastly, build for you a splendid palace. There's still too much to do. There's too much to do, but...
Seems that it all ends here. This time, I truly intended to give you your ideal utopia. I'm so embarrassed. My plan failed once again.
That's right, but I will not blame you for it. Rest, Agravain. Your one flaw is that you work too much. Lost an eye. He has both of them right there. Nonsense. No one compared to you. So did that era not disappear then? Because they're still there. I mean, Agravain died from his wounds, I guess we can assume, but... we did it. Beat Camelot. And that was one heck of a long episode. I mean, I've done longer for Grand Order, sure, but still. Saber Bedivere sent to the present box. Let's go ahead and bust him out. Yeah. Sweet. That arm looks rusted.
セイバー、ベディビア、これよりあなたのサーバーのショー、それは我が王の本体を信じ。
Awesome. You done good, Bedivere. You done good. And that brings the Fate Grand Order Camelot boss battles to a close. Babylonia is next. So, as far as I know, we still have 2 more chapters of story mode, like in the main story, and then after that it goes into what I think they call 1.5. I could be mistaken. I haven't really kept up with every story mode chapter in the Japanese version, but I know we got Babylonia next, and then after that is Solomon, like spelled S-A-L-O-M-O-N, I think. But yeah, Camelot story mode, boss battles, done. And now I just gotta wait on the summer event to get here, and a couple more servant rank up videos to pass the time. So, final thoughts. Kind of sad that Arturia was the bad guy without it being a version corrupted by the Grail, without it being her altar self. But at the same time, the altars were getting kind of annoying to keep fighting, and honestly, I prefer normal Lancer Arturia to Lancer Altar. And I really wish that we could get the Lion King's outfit for Lancer Altar, just because that cape is so much cooler than the unarmored form that we get as a 3rd Ascension. Oh well. Can't have it all, I suppose. But yeah, this brings Camelot to a close, and I will be back with the boss battles when Babylonia starts up. But that's going to be a couple months from now, I suppose. Well, this has been Blade Cross EXE, part of Flashing Blades Productions. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for sticking out for this really long episode. And tune in next time when we continue with the summer event, or possibly with the servant rank ups, whichever comes first. Alright, peace out.
Rise from the ashes of